Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa iti namute. Namo Vishnupadaya, Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa iti namute. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vatsadeva Vatavrinda. Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vatsadeva Vatavrinda. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana 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 Mohana. Jaya Jaya Gorana, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Goranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa. Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prastaya Bhutale, Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa iti namine. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shivasati Bhakta Brindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let's continue our study program from the Nectar of Instruction by Srila Rupa Goswami, text 3. There are 6 principles favorable to the execution of devotional service: being enthusiastic, endeavoring with confidence, being patient, acting according to the regulative principles such as Sarvanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, hearing, chanting, and remembering Krishna, abandoning the association of non-devotees, following in the footsteps of previous acharyas. These 6 principles undoubtedly assures the complete success of pure devotional service. "5,000 years ago, the science of devotional service is established again by none other than Govinda, the cause of all causes, Lord Krishna, the supreme attractive one who has inconceivable potency, the supreme person. He came 5,000 years ago, and the teachings of loving devotional service, connecting ourselves with what is pleasing to God, the ongoing process that is eternally going on, is exhibited by the supreme, lovable, supreme person, Govinda, Lord Krishna. And as years pass by, that was a long time ago, but the teachings of Lord Krishna is still intact, because the process of receiving transcendental science, how one can be guided, can be doing, engaging what is pleasing to the Supreme Person, the desire of Lord Krishna, the instruction of Lord Krishna to Arjuna, how he can become free from this confusion of false bodily identification, from lack of understanding his true nature, his position, his function, his eternal activities that will connect him with transcendence, not this material conditioning, to be protected under the divine nature of the Supreme Person. Lord Krishna gave him this instruction, which is ongoing on eternally, the science that is being taught by the unbroken chain of spiritual master coming from Lord Krishna. Up to now, to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, to our dearmost friend, His Divine Grace, Jagad Guru Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa. So I'll read again this science, how we can move forward. So Lord Krishna spoke to Arjuna, telling him how to be guided, how he can be moving directly without hindrance in the right direction, to be able to transcend the threefold miseries of life and live a life that is full of happiness, fulfillment, and that is under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master who is none different from him, whose his instruction, as he is stating, if one follows his pure loving servant, the pure devotee of God, who is a resident of the spiritual world, who is Krishna's confidential friend, associate, then it is pleasing to him and he will be one-pointedly directed towards the goal. Abandoning the association of non-devotees, following the footsteps of previous acharyas, these activities is exemplified. We can see that from someone who came in contact with the representative of God. Years back, when relatively my body is still young, I just came from this graduation from our school. Supposedly, we should be very happy. I was asking, how come I am unhappy? So, I went to this place, and then everybody's trying to do merrymaking. My friends, there's this music, everybody's trying to be happy. But deep within my heart, I'm not happy. There's a nagging, there's an emptiness. And then I saw this book. It's so attractive because there's this form of someone new to me. So I got that book and I saw Krishna and His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, clearly states everyone is looking for happiness and Krishna is the source of happiness. Oh, it's interesting. So to make the story short, when I went to Manila, here in the Philippines, I went to the city of Manila, and I heard that there's a representative of the Supreme Person, the devotee coming to the Philippines. I have this vague idea of what is a devotee because I was brought up in a Christian upbringing, and I see what I see as devotees are angels with halos flying with wings. So, due to my conditioning with this Christian upbringing, I'm thinking the devotee of God, he must be very old with long beard. Like what I see from my exposure with the association from these individuals who are advocating, teaching about the pastimes of Lord Jesus Christ. I was thinking, the devotee of God is coming. But prior to his coming, there's this person who I met, who is the one organizing, inviting the devotee of God to come. I was surprised when I saw him. He drives a motorcycle, and it's really interesting because he drives so fast. He's not afraid of death. And then when we were given this opportunity to associate with him, completely, it's not what I experienced when I was in this Christian upbringing that I came from, he always shows us how we are fools, that I'm a fool, that I'm less intelligent. He always teases us. But whenever he corrects us, there was no, I'm wondering, how come there's no reaction of trying to fight back? Because he tells me, you're an idiot, you're a moron. And then I was given the opportunity to stay in a place where Lord Chaitanya is being worshipped. And he runs that place. And how he runs it, he wants that place to be very clean. Because the standard is that the toilet, the comfort room should be really clean, that you can eat on the floor. And I have to do this work every day, and people comes and they just urinate there, leave the toilet bowl with all the dirt, and every day I clean it. And when he comes, he tells me, it's not clean. Clean it again. Every day, every day. When time came that the representative of Parampara is coming, so I was imagining in my mind, he must be very old. Because I don't know that I'm not the body. My idea of a saintly person is that he must be very old, with beard. Then one day, this friend of the spiritual master, Sudama Vipra, came with our dearest friend, Jagad Guru Siddhaswarup. I was really amazed. Huh? During that time, his body is so young, about 23 years old. And I was wondering, when I saw Sudama in awe, in reverence towards this person, always just standing by the side, waiting what he can do to assist this person. So to make the story short, after a while, we became students of Jagad Guru Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa. Sudama introduced us to him. He is the person. Without him, we won't be chanting the holy names. He is the person, as what I have understood, who is so blessed. Blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. He came here with the names of the Lord, with the teachings of Parampara, and introduced us to our dear friend. And during that time, he's working so hard through his association, and also with my god sister, Chaitanya Dasi, Yogesvar Das. They're so kind, sweet and loving. I saw their patience. I saw their enthusiasm to do what is pleasing, to do the desire, the will of the Supreme Person by following the teachings of our Gurudev, our friend. Then there came a time that we were engaging, all of us, in distributing the science of devotional service that starts with the teachings, the basic foundation that we are not this body. And our dear friend, our spiritual master, had this newspaper printed, and we were distributing, working and working and working. Distribute, canvassing, helping our spiritual master. Then time came that we cannot go on printing this horrible Philippines. Then at that time, Sudama I went to his place. When I went to his place, he's there and he said, I'm leaving. I felt sad. My friend is leaving. And then he said, for so long, you've been helping me and also some of your friends, like Butch Victorino, Eddie Boy. And now I'm leaving. I have nothing to give you. And he said to me, I have this bike, this motorcycle. He said, if you can drive it, that's yours. Being greedy, wow, motorcycle. And you know, he is my hero. Because whenever I see him, he's so attractive. That is this aura, you know? Tough guy. Someone who's really, you know, cavalier, adventuresome. And in my mind, I want to do what he's doing. But being very insignificant, you know. But the good thing there is that the memories, the experience with him, he tells me, you know what? Because during the time we were given instruction to go out and distribute the science through the teachings of our spiritual master, written in many, many write-ups, TV shows, radio shows, like that. And then he was telling me, you know what? Before Srila Prabhupada's coming, we're all unhappy. And he came to make us all happy. Yeah, I said. You know what? He advised me. He said, Bhagavan Das, because during the time, you know, when I was not yet initiated, I was, and even though when I was initiated by our Gurudev, he still teases me and treats me, you know, like a moron, which I am, like a fool, which I am. I'm thinking I'm intelligent, an idiot. But there was no anger because I began to love, to be an idiot, serving. Then it dawned upon me, this person is leaving. Nobody will tell me that I'm an idiot anymore. I'm a moron. Nobody will shout at me, telling me that what you did is not what is standard. Do it again. No? But there's one thing that I noticed when I came in association with him. Although externally, he's tough, seemingly mean, but he has this gentle heart. He cares. And it is shown when he introduces us to our dear friend Srila Prabhupada. Then, when he said to me, okay, I got nothing to give you. You can have this bike. If you can start it, you know, you can start it so big, you know, because Filipino height, very small, you know. And I said, can I drive it? But because of the greed to have it, with gusto, I sat down and, you know, I used to see him start it. And I started it. Brum, brum. So tama, I can drive it. Okay, it's yours, you know. So that is just the beginning. So when I went to Mindanao to do the program that I promised to our spiritual master to engage in the Sankirtan movement, to distribute books, the problem is that I begin to associate with non-devotees. I begin to associate with bikers who worship their bike. I drive with them, cruise around, and this exhilarating feeling of driving against the wind, And time moves on. I got sucked in with all this association of individuals who worship their motorcycle, the Harley Davidson, more precious than their wives. Every day they clean it, they drive together, they sit down and talk about the big motorcycle machismo that they, riding this big bike like cowboys, new age cowboys. It took years, and after a while, I drifted. I was with them. Then one day, my friend, his wife is delivering a baby. I was there sitting down. And he's so happy. You know what happened? When the baby was delivered, the blood did not stop coming out of her ovary. And in 30 minutes, her blood was drained from her body. And she died. And I began to, death. I was driving around. One time, it's raining. I am all alone, driving with a bike that Sudama Bipra gave me. I was driving like crazy. And it was raining, and it's muddy. And then, I almost met an accident. The motorcycle jumped in the middle of this pavement, and I will be thrown to the streets and experience the pain of being crushed by the pavement. I was really shocked. And when I was driving, then it dawned upon me. After controlling the bike, I was looking back. And then it dawned upon me, what is happening to me? Is it worth it to be driving this bike with all these bikers? What have I done? I have associated with worldly-minded people. And I begin to like this feeling of an exhilaration, of freedom, of control, driving bikes. But prior to that, a letter came. And this letter, it is coming from our dear God sister, Chaitanya Dasi, who is very sweet, who is very kind. No? And when I read the letter, there's something there. It is Life Force, the first copy of Life Force about sectarianism. And the cover, it's not really it's not glossy. It's done on a simple cardboard. And it's only 1 peso each. So I look upon it and read. But Chaitanya Dasi wrote to me. He offered his obeisances. She offered her obeisances. She was wishing me well. And you know what? She's inviting me, reminding me of the coming of our dear Gurudev, our dear friend. At that time, I was crying in tears. For so long, I have neglected the association of the devotees of God, the lovers of God, and the pure loving servant of God. And in this case, I remember Chaitanya Dasi writing me that, inviting me, encouraging him to come back to the embrace of our Gurudev. It touched me so much. I feel, what have I done? Do I have the face to go back? Because I forgot. I have neglected the care, the love that He has given me. I have been, dishonest, unfaithful to that friendship. But anyway, I said, I got nothing. I got nothing to lose. I might as well come back. Then I learned that the spiritual master, our well-wisher, is very kind. It's like when he gave the example that when a child, small child, he knows that it's the birthday of her mom. He cannot bake, but he can make a mud pie and then offer it to his mom. Mommy, it's your birthday. Happy birthday. Please take this pie. The mother knows that it's mud pie. It cannot be eaten. But because the intent, the desire of the child to offer, to please the mother, she embraces the child. So I begin to remember the unconditional love of our Gurudev. And I said, I'll come back. So that is the reason whenever I see this bike, I remember how Sudama, during the time when our spiritual master was organizing the program with Sudama and many devotees, Tusta Krishna, Swami. One day, Srila Prabhupada was walking and Sudama was there. Then, you know what? Srila Prabhupada said, I'll ride this bike, test drive it. Sudama started it, and our friend rode it. It took a turn. And then he stopped, he went down and said, nice bike. So every time I see this bike, I remember Sudama Vipra. I remember our Gurudev. Sudama Vipra used this machine to help his body, to propagate, to be connected in the service of our spiritual master. But me, when I saw it, wow, I can use it for my, accelerating experience of driving against the wind. And in that process, I got blown away by this wind of false association. I begin to get used to it. And I forgot my reason, the main reason I'm there in Davao City. I was just cruising around Mindanao, driving with friends. But it dawned upon me, yes, anytime I'm gonna leave. And my connection, my relationship, I don't have that with my Gurudev. So I went back again to Manila, and our Gurudev is there. He's so happy when he saw us with my god brother, Japadas, because he went preaching also. We came together, and then Srila Prabhupada embraced him, and he's so happy to see us. And I said, it's so hard outside Srila Prabhupada. And he said, I know, it's hard. It's a hard world. Preaching outside is hard. What will help us, the practitioner, the disciples, the students of Srila Prabhupada, the principles that is favorable in executing pure devotional service? Being enthusiastic, meaning to please the heart of our Gurudev, to do what his mission is, to please the Supreme Person. We become enthusiastic to carry on his instruction through his association. Then we endeavoring with confidence. These were all manifested by this devotee, Chaitanya Dasi. Endeavoring with confidence. Years and years, she's taking care of Nitai Gaur, helping our Gurudev. Then came a time that she has to give up her body. She is in a coma, but she's aware. And then Srila Prabhupada came to fetch her through his instruction, through his guidance, through his blessings. These devotees of Lord Krishna, our God sister, Rasalila Dasi, who works so hard, day out, day in, propagating, assisting our Gurudev, they're very patient. And when I see them, I look upon myself. Do I have that quality? But that quality of being patient, to endeavor with confidence, just like all the great Vaishnavas, like our Gurudev, like all the spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession, they're all in a world that is transcendental, ongoing. What we're hunkering, it is about loving the Supreme Person in transcendence. And that is achieved when we follow the instruction of Lord Krishna. Because Lord Krishna is assuring us. He's assuring us how that this confidence, this shelter, this anchor, being anchored upon His teachings, His guidance to His representative, will give us enthusiasm that even though physically we are very far from them, geographically they are very far, but relationship is eternal and it is transcendental because it is under the guidance, the instruction of Lord Krishna. Who can guide us? Lord Krishna. Who can guide us? The disciplic succession, the long line of unbroken chain of spiritual master who are all confidential friends, residents of the spiritual world, passing on the same teachings that Lord Krishna is teaching. We are so blessed to be guided. So that's why it's important to associate with the devotees of God. And the symptoms are there. They're giving, they have this enthusiasm, they have this compassion, and they're caring and loving. So when I received the letter of Chaitanya Dasi, it touched me so much that even someone who's a jerk, a fool, a moron, who's not even concerned about his own well-being, someone is more concerned about my well-being. How is that? It is because this person is loving Lord Krishna. He has so much love to please, to do the will of her spiritual master. So with her husband. And it inspired me. It inspired me when I remember Sudama, who teaches us how we can please our Gurudev. One time, I have this bad association with people who are in a place where everybody is engaging in doping, smoking marijuana, engaging in illicit affair. And all of a sudden, Sudama Bipra came with his bike. Boom, and he called me, Bhagavan Das, come. Oh, Sudama, I'll be reprimanded again, And I said, please accept my humble obeisance. Sudama, my humble respect. He's so kind. He's so gentle. Bhagavan Das, come with me. You're not supposed to be here. You've been given the opportunity to be guided by our dear friend. You should not be like them. Come. I rode his bike. He brought me to his place. I stayed there. And something already happened to that place. Everybody was doping. Then came the policemen. And some of them got sick because they were all doping. Some of them have tuberculosis and they pass on the joint. Most of them have TB. You know, He protected me. He cares. But from the outside, seemingly, He's hard. But His heart is gentle. His heart is full of compassion and care for those individuals who are connected, who made the decision to be guided by His friend, our Gurudev. So, remembering him, remembering Chaitanya Dasi, remembering Rasa Lila Dasi, Yogasvar Das, it inspires me. It gives me enthusiasm to carry on, to taste that which I would really want to experience, that loving service, that taste of love. Because they are living examples of those who have achieved success, who are in a world of loving service to the Supreme Person, who are connected by heart in the transcendental warmth that our Gurudev, our dear friend, Jagad Guru Siddhaswarup, is making so much effort to give us working canvassing individuals, passing on the holy names, and inviting them to go back home, to be in that world of transcendence, to get out of this miserable world. So he's making so much effort, and I felt ashamed that someone who cares for me, who gives me instruction, who guides me, who wants to hold my hand, to bring me to safety, will I just throw it away? Sudama loves the song that was composed by this individual, but it's about love. But on a transcendental meditation, he's meditating upon that love. That when you come in contact with someone who really loves you, who cares for you, you hold upon it, don't throw it away. And in this case, the love, the reciprocation, the surrender, the experience is being manifested in reality, expressed to us by our dear friend. And through his association, all these devotees, they took part of this world of love, and they are inviting us to enter that world. So that is the reason whenever I see this bike, I'm not promoting Yamaha or ano. It reminds me that somewhere along the line, someone who I met introduced me to our dear Gurudev, who really is the representative of the Supreme Person, as what we have discussed through the qualities that was given an ongoing discussion when Maharaj Nimi was instructed by Sage Prabhupada. If one wants to solve the problems of life about this miserable world, one must search out a bona fide spiritual master who is master of his senses, who follows scriptures, who has no material consideration, who himself have accepted someone who is the representative of God, and who teach by example. And in a nutshell, the bottom line is this: he can touch people's heart. A hard heart, like I have. A cold heart that is not warm. A selfish heart. An arrogant heart. When I hear from him, I follow his instruction. I feel the warmth of how sweet it is to be giving, to be feeling this compassion and kindness and helping other living entities. And he made it very easy by introducing us the process of the Sankirtan movement. So we can be in the transcendental world of Lord Krishna that is descending, coming through his lips, through his heart. His heart is connected with the desire of the Supreme Person. That is the symptom of someone who is a pure, loving servant. Anyone who comes in contact with him is like a touchstone. He's like the fire that this metal becomes fire. That this cold heart, this arrogant heart, this lonely heart that I have can be experiencing the warmth of love. That it will resonate and be expressed in enthusiasm to pass on, to give this kindness that we are able to experience on and on and on, that it becomes sweeter and sweeter to be loving and surrendering and doing the will of God by loving Him. So I'll read to you here in Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna's instruction, which is the life of our Gurudev. It is chapter 12, devotional service. Because the topic we have discussed is about coming to the point of pure loving service. And this is the guidance of Lord Krishna, which He is assuring us that if we simply surrender, put our lives in the hands, under the shelter of the instruction of the lotus feet of our dear friend, our spiritual master, Jagad Guru Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa, He is telling us, for one who worship me, giving up all his activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, who speaks his mind upon me, O son of Pirtha. For him, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. This was manifested by those who followed our spiritual master. Years back, a disciple of Srila Prabhupada, Panchatattvadas, whenever I remember him, I begin to miss him. He's very far from the city, and he's in another city, he's far from Manila, and there came a time that he's leaving his body. He's in complete pain because his head is swelling with all the past that's destroying his movement. He cannot talk, he cannot walk. He's in full pain. But because he has this faith, Krishna came to protect him. Our dear Gurudev instructed him while he's leaving the body, assured him, arranged it, that at the time he's leaving the body, and when in pain, having a hard time to chant with his lips the holy names, it was arranged that there are devotees there who they're assisting him, chanting the holy names, and the holy names that is coming from the lips of our spiritual master until the time he left his body. Same with Chaitanya Dasi, same with Rasalila Dasi, same with all those who follow this path. They were undeviated, one-pointedly to do the desire of their Gurudev. And they are inspiration to our life. When Sudama was telling us, you know what? You're given this opportunity to be with these activities, to taste what is real love, to be pleasing to Krishna, the opportunity to be given this instruction. So when our spiritual master Jagad Guru came, he tells us, chant the holy names. He starts the program with the chanting of the holy names. He starts the program by offering Guru Puj to his Gurudev. And we start the program by offering Guru Puja to him. So we are introduced to a world that is not touched by these changes. It is the eternal activities of the Supreme Person of reciprocating in love with his devotees. And this opportunity in this planet Earth, we're given that opportunity. Hare Nama, Hare Nama. Then I'll read before we part Krishna's guidance. Just like when Sudama was telling us, Sudama Vipra, he tells us, when you're given this love, take it, hold it. He tells us, you must be like the dog that when being given by the bone, he bites it. Nobody takes it away from him. I was amused, interesting, But now, when I saw all these happenings, this experience with all the devotees of Srila Prabhupada, I want to taste that. I want to be in that world. But being a moron and an idiot, Anyway, they love us unconditionally. So Lord Krishna tells us what is devotional service. The conclusion here is this. Text 20, chapter 12. There. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engaged himself with faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to me. How do we experience this trust, this faith that is so strong? Is when we see those who have succeeded to take shelter, to taste that love that our Gurudev is giving to us. Those great Vaishnavas who are eternally loving the Supreme Person. So our faith becomes really strong, the foundation to follow, because we now become free from this misgiving. We begin to put our lives completely upon the lotus feet of our spiritual master in complete trust that no matter how unqualified I am, no matter how idiot I am, a moron, a jerk, I can succeed, provided I follow this path. Why? Because it will change my view, this contamination that has separated me from this love. What is that? Selfishness, imitating God, trying to be the enjoyer. It's all about me. That when I hear the song of this rockman, I, me, mine. I, me, mine. I, me, mine. Even in tears, even in pain, even in whatsoever, it's all about me. Now it should not be like that. It's all about what Krishna wants. And he tells us, engage in devotional service. And He gives us this guidance. Associate with devotees. And that association is based upon their instruction. That instruction is eternal. So when one is given this opportunity to come in contact with the representative of God, He may give you an instruction as an idiot like me, even for 2 sentences, 1 paragraph. That will be my connection eternally with Krishna, because that is eternal. He tells me, chant the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then I read, Hare means the energy of Krishna. Rama means the pleasure potency. Krishna means all attractive. He is the absolute, complete whole. And now He's revealing Himself to us through this friend. And what is inconceivable through this ascending method for someone who have neglected, who have denied, who threw that love away and try to chew the chewed, to drink the blood, to be in the muck, to be with maggots. I can get out of this. I can be with my friend, provided we follow His instruction. So that instruction given to by our Gurudev, that will be our connection, even though we don't see Him again, because it's an eternal relationship. It is transcendental. So that's all. Haribol Namaste. This process gives us a strong faith through the lives of these great Vaishnavas who have succeeded to taste that sweetness of loving devotional service to the Supreme Person. Haribol Namaste. Namaham Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prastaya Bhutale, Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa iti namine. Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Namo Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prastaya Bhutale, Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa iti namine. Prastaya Bhutale, Shrimati Siddhaswarupananda, Paramahamsa iti namine. Bhagya Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam. Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. 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 Gopala Govinda Rama. Mohana. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana 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 Mohana. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Srila Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa, Jaya Jaya Siddhaswarupananda Paramahamsa.